Kenny, it's been quite an eventful few days here for yourself at the club. Just give us your view on how unsettling it's been and your happiness now everything's sorted out ahead of the trip to Dundee.
Well, from last Friday really, it's been difficult, to say the least, when the Dundee interest became known. They were aware, obviously, of not having a contract and the job that I was doing here, and it's very flattering because, I mean, Dundee are a big club. There's no question about that. So you're left with a dilemma, really, because of the fact that they wanted to speak to me. The chairman blocked that, not just the once but two occasions. So it was a really difficult Friday night and Saturday morning with the problem here with the pitch. The fact of the amount of rain that we had, the game was cancelled, and maybe in hindsight that was maybe a good thing. Because certainly my head was a little bit all over the place, but the next thing you do is you look towards your next opponents, and funny enough it's got to be Dundee, so myself and Jimmy Boyle went down to Capello to watch them, and that sets tongues wagging, but that's a thing that I always do, go and watch the next opponents if I can. So over the weekend I had another meeting with the chairman and his father, and we sat down and I expressed my thoughts on the situation. But I understand fully, which made it more delicate, was the fact that both clubs played each other this Saturday. Dundee were desperate to speak to potential candidates, and my name kept cropping up and was allegedly top of the list. So it was a difficult Monday, Tuesday, and we sat down yesterday, and we managed to come to an agreement that the club have been really positive in there, and I always knew that because I didn't actually any time wanted to leave Airdrie because I like it here. But I think if you're in employment and you get a potential employer wanting to speak to you in regards to what their thoughts are about the coming season or 2 seasons or 3 seasons, whatever it's got to be, and you don't have a contract, the security thing kicks in, and I think it's made everyone aware that the chairman has actually done that with the offer that he spoke to me yesterday about, and we've managed to get things drawn up, and I now are totally focused now, because I not just myself, you've got your family to look after, but I've also brought a lot of staff here, Stuart Kerr, goalkeeping coach, Ian Call, sports science, we've got Michael McLaughlin, the physio, not forgetting Jai our kit man. So and the players that I've brought here to the club, and I think they were a little bit uneasy with the situation because it's a bit of doubt. But we've managed to sit down and get things thrashed out, and I was delighted that the offer that the club have obviously tried very hard to make an attractive enough offer to me, and it was, and I was delighted to eventually put everything to bed, and I'm delighted in many ways that I'm going to be here for the foreseeable future to carry on the work that I've already started, and I'm going to manage to bring Jimmy Boyle in on a full-time basis, I think, which will help as well, having him here every day rather than once every week or 2 weeks because of Jimmy's work commitment. So we're certainly making a statement that we intend not to rest on what we've done, because we haven't actually achieved nothing so far. We've did okay, but obviously your profile is getting raised with the fact that the Hearts result at Tynecastle, qualifying for the Alba Challenge Cup final, and our performances, some of them in the league, beating the league leaders a week past Saturday. So for that simple question, that's been about 3.5 hours that I've gave you an answer. So that's up to pace with things, and I'm delighted that everything eventually has been sorted out, and I'm totally focused for Saturday, which was a little bit of doubt about, but I'm happy, and I'm looking forward to carrying on the work that I've done.
Absolutely. Now that you've committed your future to Airdrie United, what's your vision for the future?
Well, I think we as I've always said from day one, I think we've this season in particular, we've come into the division very late in the day. We've had to assemble a squad fairly quickly, one step at a time, and I think we're really looking at consolidating our first division status, because I think that'll be important, that we get ourselves bedded into the division, and we've shown that this season in the early part, with the results that we've had, but we've also shown the other side of us where we've had 2 or 3 indifferent results that we can be doing without. But it's a difficult league. We're 2 points off the bottom, don't know how far off the top they are, because I tend to try and look at the negative sometimes, try and keep as many teams below us as we can, and then everything else is a bonus. But to take the club forward, I know the club have got very, very high expectations. You know, they want to be involved in first division level at least at the moment. The Airdrie Regeneration Partnership with the Gillespie Group, you know, we're really looking to go forward to bring Premier League football to Airdrie United, and anything I can do to help that. With being the manager, obviously it's a big task for me, but I'm delighted, as I say, to be here, and hopefully we can have a lot more positive results between now and the end of the season. And if we do that and stabilise ourselves in the first division, then we can regroup over the summer. Even really from Christmas we can start planning towards next season, because I think the days of trying to assemble players at the drop of a hat, pre-season training and getting trialists in, I think we've got to try and look that a little bit earlier now, and certainly even the players that we have here, we've got a few players who are out of contract, so very much really positive, looking forward to do these things, but one small step at a time.
You said the players have been indulging in a bit of banter with you at the start of the week. What's been their response to the news that you're staying?
Well,
still taking pelters?
Well, I think some of them will be happy. The ones who have been playing regularly will be quite happy that I'm still here. The ones who haven't been playing might not be happy, but they're a good bunch of boys. I mean, there's 21 players that I look after. You know, that's our squad, and not only the players, the staff that I've got here, and that was a very much part of my decision as well, because you feel as if the loyalty thing is going out of football now, and even though I said I'd like to speak to Dundee, it didn't necessarily mean I was going to go there. I just wanted to try and weigh things up from both angles, and I think sometimes your heart always comes back here. I played here for a number of years, not just here but at the old Broomfield. The club's got an affection to me, you know, and I like the people who are involved in the club. You know, the chairman and his mum and dad and Anne-Marie. You know, we've got a lot of happy times hopefully in front of us, and there's a lot of people behind the scenes that have made my decision that little bit easier as well. But they've obviously committed themselves. They've got faith in me, and I certainly hope to repay that faith in some way. And the players, you know, I'll look after them best I can as well, and hopefully they all can have good seasons and realise the potential that they have. But yeah, I think they'll be delighted in many ways. I mean, there was all sorts of things going through Paul Lovering. He was speaking to me and saying that the players are very keen for me to stay, and that's nice. It's maybe not nice sometimes when I'm bawling and shouting at them, but I think we tend to have the moments during this close to a season where it's not always going to be plain sailing, but I'm happy to be here.
Excellent.